Hey, Mario.
Hello. Oh, Mr. Walter.
Yeah, I'm just by Tammy. I was listening to the other show. I'm just gonna go off. I'm just visiting Tammy.
How
But I want
is
to doing better, much better.
Good, good. She's home? No.
No, I'm in the hospital, but I have my glasses. Okay.
Okay. Hello.
All right, hello.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Okay. Some wild stuff in the Navi Shir tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Achav Melech, he ain't low, like Loilam Haba, but he is supporting Koilim, and he gets Zechuyos as well. The dichotomies are just.
Not sure if they had a koilel or if they had just people learning, but that's okay.
But I'm saying the concept. He was Mahana Tamid.
He was helping Talmidei Chachamim probably because he thought he'd get some kind of a brocha from them. I don't know, but okay.
Right, you have to
Obviously,
you have to understand. You have to explain. He was Mahana
okay.
Tamid Chachamim.
Obviously, he did. How was Ernie? How was Shabbos over there? Good.
What are you talking? We had Leora and Isaac here the whole day.
It's okay. I'm not saying about that. We missed you. There was no Bal Koire by us.
He knew that I wasn't going to be there. I sent him. First of all, Bernie knows how to lay this parsha.
Bernie was in the hospital with Tammy. I'm just in the hospital now.
Even this Shabbos,
Yeah.
Tammy's still in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, she's in the rehab.
In the rehab.
Mhm.
Is she on Century City there, the same place where Bernie was?
No, she's at Kick rehab. I'm here with her now. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, how's she doing? Tell her we
She's
wish
doing
her.
good. She's doing. Ernie, you can wish her a first shleima. 1 second.
Was Tammy in the shear?
No, I was on the shield with Esther.
No.
But Bernie was there.
Yes, but I'm not going every year, so
I
it's
know, but
okay.
it's a lot of money.
Walter, but
Tammy.
Bernie was there. Bernie
Tammy.
was at home. I need to plug this in.
Ernie wants to say hello to you.
I'm not
He wants to wish
expecting
you. You want to see him? Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh my God, Tammy, you look great.
Hi,
Really
Tammy.
do.
Hi.
Don't you know, it doesn't change.
Tammy, you should have a refuah
Okay, refuah shlema.
complete. And the
Thank
work
you.
that we're doing should go to help the refuah.
Thank you so much.
And be home soon.
Oh, yes, I will.
Okay, refuah shlema.
Okay.
No, this week we have to get everything organized.
Do you have something to plug in? Is there a plug?
You have to sit over here.
Okay. 1 second. It's actually, this is a very nice table. It's yeah, okay. Okay, so we are on pay tests,
Said it's Shabbos.
89. Oy vey, so what did they do with that? The rabbi knew that I was gone for 2 weeks. Because when I knew I was going to be here, so I sent him that I was not.
No, we managed. Moshe Blitz was there, and Benny Rosenberg Lane, Moshe Blitz Lane. That we were fine. Moshe Blitz is good ball credit. It was fine.
Yeah, he's okay. So we're at 89.
Mm-hmm.
Two Adim come, Reuven and Shimon, and they say Levi divorced his wife and gave her ksuba. And they're living together still. And v'nimtzu zoymimi. Reuven and Shimon, 2 other Adim, Yisachar and Zvulun, came and said Reuven and Shimon were with them in Disneyland when they claimed they saw him give the ksuba. Now, Adim Zomin have to pay as punishment what they tried to do to the person. So they tried to cuff this woman from her ksuba. Now, ein oimim yishalmu kol ksubasa. The Adim Zomim don't have, let's say the ksuba is worth $100,000. We don't say that they have to pay the $100,000. Ela toivus hanok ksubasa. Ve'ezeu toivus hanok ksubasa. How much is what's called the toivus hanok? Oimdim. Kama adam roitze litain b'ksubasa shel zu. Basically, you're selling on a discount. A woman, while she's married, if she sells her ksuba to a third party, what is the third party buying? The third party is buying that if she gets divorced or becomes a widow, those are the 2 instances where she will get paid a ksuba. So what would a guy pay for $100,000 ksuba? Now, you'd have to see how old the husband is. You'd have to do an actuarial calculation.
And you'd have to see how good the relationship is.
You'd have to do, and because remember, if the wife dies while the husband's alive, the guy who bought it doesn't get anything. It's only going to be paid out if he divorces her or if he dies. So there's going to be a discount value. What is it, $50,000? $10,000. I don't know what it is, but it's not the full 100, but it's going to be a certain amount that somebody is going to gamble. That's any investor. It's the markets, the commodity, that somebody's going to invest in that. In Mesa Yerusha, in this Armland is Garsha, he'll get it. The Mesa Yerusha Baila, but he can lose if she predeceases him. Now, what's this kasha we're asking? We discussed last time Takonos Usha. Takonos Usha was the following. A woman comes into a marriage with her fields that were given to her by her father. Let's say the father was a wealthy man and gave her 1,000 acres of land. Those acres belong to her. While she's married, the husband is allowed to eat payros from that land. Now, if she gets divorced, or if he dies, the nichse malug, those lands go back to the woman. They're really hers. But he had sort of a lien on it.
No.
So Minat Torah, if a woman sold those fields, the sale would be a good sale. But in Usha, there were misake, that if the woman tries to do that while the husband's alive, and then she dies, so the Baal can go to the people that she sold to and take it back. Because he inherits her, and basically he had ownership in it even at the time when they were married. A certain type of ownership. Enough to reverse the sale to get it back from, so you got to be very careful if you bought land from a married woman. Because if she died, according to Takonos Usha, he would be able to get it back from them. Now, the case we just brought, if there was no Takonos Usha, we shouldn't be worried about the fact that the Baal is going to be Yorish or Tizben Ksubas Legamri. What do we have to do this Toiv Sanoah business? Belongs to her. Amra Abaya. There's no proof. Im Omru B'nichse Malug. Yomru B'nichse Tzon Barzel. So we have to make a differential. Tzon Barzel, think about it, it's called iron sheep. So in the, let's say, in the ksuba is $100,000. But let's say the land that was given, that the woman came into the marriage worth, was worth $1 million. The husband would take achrayas on $100,000, which is the value of the ksuba, like no matter what, he has to pay that. So $100,000 of the land really becomes his. And so there's always going to be assets of the ksuba that the bailim get. So there's no proof to the Takonos from here, period. Rabbi. Now that you started talking about this concept of Toiv Sanoah selling the ksuba for discount, name of Bamilsa, Toiv Sanoah. Name of Bamilsa. Let's say Dvar Halacha regarding Toiv Sanoah. Toiv Sanoah li'isha havya. When a woman sells the ksuba for a discount, it belongs completely to the woman and not, the Baal has no chelik in that. The Isa Gedaitich Shalabal Avya. So, because if the husband has a stake in that, Lemru law, let the Eidim Zomamim that are trying to cause her to lose out, my Avsidnach. We didn't cause you to lose anything. Yavis Mizavnis law, if you would have sold it, the Tovas Sanoah, Habalu Shaklaminech, the husband would get his share. So the husband would make it good. Amrav Shalman, There's no riot from there. Yishum, the Ika Revach Besa. The fact that she sells the ksuba and there's more money in the house, she likes it, even during her marriage. Even than the fact that she has the promise of assets after, let's say, her husband dies or divorces her. It means if she sells the ksuba, not for $100,000, which is its full value, but for $20,000, which is the tovus hanah, then she buys a piece of land with that. The Baal doesn't need payers of that. The Baal has no share in the tovus hanah. My timer, that's viewed as payros to payros, the secondary payros. The initial payros has been misakin to the husband, but not the payro to payro. Kiyasar of Papa Ravuna Breder of Yoshua Nibeira. Amri Tanina. Takonas Usha. Eved Vaisha Pkiyasan Ra. We said don't get involved with an Eved and an Isha. HaChoyvel ben Chayv, if you wound them, you will have to pay them. Vehem shechovel b'acherim p'turim. If they wound somebody else, they don't have to pay. So stay away from them. Isa gedaitich shelesa takonas usha. If there's no takonas usha that she has a right to sell, and the Baal has no ability to get it back. So why do we say that a woman is potter from paying back? If she damages somebody, tis b'nichsei malug v'titenlei. Let her sell some of her nichsei malug to the person, to somebody, and she gets money, and she pays off the guy that she damaged. So we see that the woman has no right to sell her nichsei malug because her husband's always involved. So we see there's a proof to takonas usha. Ulatamei, want to bring a proof from there. Ninami de isla takonas isha. V'lo matzim ezavni legamri, fine. She can't sell it completely, but we came up with that she could sell at least the tovus hanah, the discounted value. If she damages somebody, let her sell the tovus hanah and let her pay back the damages. How can you say that she has no money to pay back? So the Gemara must say, this is talking about a case to Leslie. Not every woman comes into a marriage with a famegin, like they used to say, with a wealthy, with a lot of land. She didn't have nichsei malug. Ochanami, the Leslie nichsei malug. Still, the Gemara says, "Tizben ksubasa b'tovus hanah." The titinle. We still don't understand why did we say that a woman who damages somebody is potter to pay because she doesn't have money of her own. She has money of her own. Let her sell the tovus hanah of her ksuba and pay with that money. Well, money, Reb Meir. Well, if the woman sells her ksuba, there's no ksuba. And you're not allowed to live with your wife without a ksuba. So that's why we don't allow her to sell it, b'tovus hanah. Why can't you live with your wife without a ksuba? It's actually to protect women. Men used to just throw them out of the house. She ruined this chulent. Get out. I'm divorcing you. So we don't want to make it easy to divorce your wife. Is a financial penalty to divorce your wife, to make it more difficult to divorce her. So if that's the reason, he's not going to divorce. There's already going to be another reason why he wouldn't divorce her. If she had sold off her ksuba, he has to pay the money if he divorces her, right? Because the ksuba is paid on his death or by divorce. He doesn't want to pay out money, just like he didn't want to pay out the money in the first place. The deterrent to get rid of your wife is still going to be in place. So we back to the question: why shouldn't she sell the ksuba for tovas and unpaid damage payment to somebody that she damaged? Ella tovas and milinin. Tovas hana is not an asset. It's not a financial asset. It's a promise that what she's going to collect from her ksuba will be given to these people. But mili lo mishtabdu. Can't put a lien on words alone. And the nizik, a damage payment, is a lien. So the Gemara says, Almalo, why not? Why can't the shibud be put on the tovas hana? Mili de mizavne bedinrininu. This is, people will pay money for that promise of giving you over the proceeds of the ksuba. So again, why shouldn't she sell the ksuba for tovas hana to pay damage payments? Ella mishum de Shmuel. She'amar Shmuel, hamoicher shtar choiv lechaveiro. I have a note. Someone owes me $1,000. I had loaned somebody $1,000. He has to pay me back. And I sell that note to my neighbor. He has for the right to collect the note. I lent the money. I can be moichel the loan. The chazer machlo machlo. Buyer beware. If you buy a note, you better beware that the guy who initiated the note could be moichel the note. And you're giving him money, but now there's no more shibud because he can be moichel it. So in a sense, a shtar chov has no value. And not only can the original maker of the loan be moichel, afilu yorish moichel. If the person died and the son of the yorish can be moichel the note as well. So we're concerned that the woman will sell the note to a third party. What's the note? That the baal has to pay her if he dies or divorces her. And then after she sells the note, she'll be moichel the note. And the buyer will be out all the money he spent for the ksuba. So the isha is not allowed to sell it. So Amri, on that we say zvuni, the titin lay. What do we care? Let her sell the ksuba, get the money, let her pay off the nizik, the one who was damaged. If on behalf of the baal she's moichel, no timchalo. So the buyer loses out. What do we care? We don't know for sure that she's going to be moichel the note. A person can sell his note. He can also be moichel the note. So why shouldn't we allow her to sell the note and pay off the damage payment? Amri, kol gabi lebal, vade machole. When it comes to the husband, the woman is for sure going to be moichel his ischayvus to pay, and vafsidin lehuzvina biyadayim lavsidnu. So, and to cause buyers to lose money actively, we're not going to allow that. We're not going to create a takana that she's allowed to do it, where for sure the koinim, the buyers of this woman's ksuba, are definitely going to lose out. Because when it comes to the relationship between the husband and the wife is going to take the husband's interest primary, and she will be moichel the note. Why don't we say, let her sell the note to the one that damaged her, b'tovus hanoah. Let's say the damage was $20,000, and the value of the discounted note is $20,000. So, and then the imachlu legabi balo komafsid. Even if he's moichel, there's no loss. Dashanami lo midi koyavale. So the gabil vaday moch. Regarding the husband, she's going to be moichel. Vatrucha bedina bekat bechli lo matrachina. For Bezin to go through this whole process, to buy and sell, which in the end, it's not going to come out that it's anything. We're not matriach Bezin to go through all of that. So if the reason that we don't allow a woman to sell her ksuba b'tovus hanoah is because we're worried that she's going to be moichel to her husband, elahad Tanya, what about the flying baraisa? She wounded her husband. Lo yasida ksubasa. She doesn't lose her ksuba. He doesn't collect payment from the assets that have been set aside for ksuba. The commercial, why not? Amai tizman anila ksubasa. Let the woman sell the ksuba back to the husband labayla. The tovus hanoah to pay the damage payment. The imachla, like I'm saying, there's no loss for the husband. Avadai Rav Meiri. So the only reason, from a financial point of view, that makes sense. The only reason we don't allow it is because of the din of Rav Meir. She's not allowed to sell her ksuba because she can't be without a ksuba to get married. Time and Mike, and even here, hacha megarishla the gavile bechavle minei. If he divorces her, and then he basically pays her, and then he gets the payment back. So why shouldn't that work? Because ihachi ashtanami megarishla begavile bechavle minei. He will divorce her, collect the money. But could go into nafish ksubasa. But there's a case where the ksuba is very, very high ksuba, and the damage is only 20 grand, but you have to pay 100 grand. Porta, because of the small amount of the damage payment, lo mafsid too, but he's not going to end up losing 80 grand. Now, even if ksubasa doraisa, if it's just a doraisa ksuba of masayim zuz, nukma ksuba doraisa, let it be a ksuba doraisa. And let her sell it to pay damage payments to her husband. So kigondol nefisha ksubasa b'ksubasa doraisa. The ksuba was not greater than the minimum of the ksuba doraisa that you need. For example, Bava Kama Daf arba zuzi. The payment for the damage was 4 zuz. Shum arba zuzi lo mafsid esrim chamisha. The ksuba is 25. He's not going to lose out the difference between 25 and 4 to sell it. Elahad Tanya, that which we learn in the Baraisa. Kashem shalot timkor. V'hitachtov. A man she should not sell the ksuba, and she's still living with him. So similar, lo tafsi v'hitachta. He shouldn't do the same thing. Vazin mishkach lo de mafsada. The ksuba is greater than the minimum. Amarava seifa asal ksubas pnindichrin. We're not talking about a reb. That part of the Mishnah is going only on the Tanai and the Ksuba, that if she dies, and then her husband dies, her male children get the Nichse Malug that she came into the marriage with, beyond the Yerusha that she got with her other brothers. The Ksubas Pnindichrin were protected Just like when she sold her ksuba to other people, it did not include the ksubas b'nedichrin. My taima. Zuzi hu shansu. It's the need for money that forced her to do it. She didn't really want it to be mevatel the schus of her children. Kach. When a woman sells her ksuba to her husband, she also holds back this ksubas b'nedichrin. My time hu shansua. That zuzi hu shansua. It's the same thing. So lema takonas usha tanohi. Let us say the takon of usha that allows a husband to take back that which a woman sold during their marriage. That's the takon of usha is machlekes tanoi. Tani chada. Avde meluk. Let's say the father-in-law, that means the mother of the bride, instead of giving her fields, gave her servants. Avodim knani. That's called avde meluk. Yoitzin b'shen va'ayin li'isha. We know that an Eved Knani goes out in freedom if you knock out his tooth or eye. Now, if the woman injures the Eved, they belong to her, they go out b'shen va'ayin. Avalo li'ish. The Baal, if he wounds them, they don't go free. V'tani idich, lo li'ish v'lo li'isha. Another Tana holds that an Eved that comes in as Avdei Maluk doesn't go out b'shein v'ayin, not by the wife and not by the husband. Now, Savrua, those that were learning in yeshiva, thought that when the husband has the right to eat peros from a field, it doesn't give him a kinyan in the goof of the field. And therefore, my lava kamiflaki. Thus, the machlokas is like this. Demanda Omar, the one that says that the avodim go out b'shein v'ayin li'isha, less le takonos usha, does not hold of this takonos usha. It means that the nichse maluk belong entirely to the woman. She can sell it without fear that it's going to be removed from the koiner. And therefore, she has to free the avdei malug when she wounds them. That neither party can damage the evet to make them go out. Therefore, the Baal has some shaykhis over the nichse malug, and therefore doesn't belong. The avodim don't belong to shleimus, not to him or to her. So the Gemara says, "Lo, kulama islu takonasusha." Everybody holds of the takonasusha. Elakan, the machlokas here's something else. It's koidim takona. It's before takonas usha, and when the fields just belonged to the woman, and the other manda Omar that says that now they don't go out according to. Neither kan lachar takana. That's one way to learn. Viboy sema, I divided lachar takana, and the islu takana usha, and both agree to takanas usha. Elamanda isha v'lo ish. The one who says that it never goes out when the woman injures them, but not the husband. Why? Kerava, Dama Rava. Hegdish chomesh v'shich mafkim b'dei shiva. I'm going to leave this till tomorrow. There's a big Indian. Okay. Tomorrow, we're going to learn at 7:30 p.m. Okay?